Hello, number 3, my video on surviving a pancreatic cancer diagnosis. So I've taken a week off this week. It's going on 4.5 to 5 months since I was diagnosed now. I'm just starting to get pain happening. I've been quite active actually up till now after the bilirubin and the whole yellow jaundice thing disappeared due to the stent they put in. So now it's pain actually happening across the stomach. It only started quietly, but then it started to move across the stomach. So really the process at the moment is pain management. Now it's interesting because I've never had to do that before. So you take a pill, like an Aspro or a Disprin, or when you're feeling sick, or when you get a bit of pain, and back pain, you take an ibuprofen and it normally disappears. And if it doesn't, you just take another one. But you don't take too many, of course you don't have to. But with this pain, it's consistent. It's like an ongoing stomachache, between 4 and 6 on the scale out of 10, and makes it very difficult to concentrate on things, difficult to work, difficult to sleep. Don't really enjoy hitting the sack, but I try nowadays I try a hot bath, which tends to relax me a little bit before I hit the sack. So so what I did, I started with ibuprofens, the 200s that you get off the counter, and then I went to the doctor and he gave me ibuprofen 400s, which didn't seem to work actually, and at one stage I thought I was allowed to take 2, so I took 2 there for a couple of times, and then I realised after the appointment with the doctor that 400 is the max that dose you should take at any once with ibuprofen, and you've got to be careful that you take it with food, because otherwise you're going to end up with ulcers, which is the last thing you want with everything else happening down there. So anyway, also Friday before last I started a water fast. Well, whilst I say water, I'll have a bit of juice maybe, or I've chewed into a pear, banana and an apple, but been consistent right through. So this will be about the 8th day of my fast, and I read somewhere that fasting is actually good, especially with pancreatic cancer, because you're dealing with your digestive system. That's all affected by your pancreas, and so if you're not shoving too much food down there over a period of a few days, and just using water, it's actually good for your system, because it reverses the process of the cancer and can slow the whole cancer down. So anyway, doing that, and just trusting to see what God has in plan. As I said, I'm quite happy to go if it's time to go, and I'm quite happy to stay if it's time to stay. Whether I go, whether I stay, I'm in the Lord. That's it. That's the thing that I treasure. That's my treasure. So hopefully, I had to miss church the last couple of weeks. I'm hopefully trying to get to church tomorrow, and hopefully I'll be working on Monday through Friday. So the key thing I want back, I've already got my appetite, but it's actually my energy. An interesting thing, I was chatting to my doctor, she said, have you tried medicinal cannabis? And I looked at her and thought, what? And I thought, well, yeah, that's something that I've been talking about. And she said, yes, apparently it does work. So I'm going to try that. I'll try medicinal cannabis and just see how I go on that one. It's a process you've got to go through apparently here in Australia for it, but If that, see, the big thing is with a lot of these drugs is the side effects. If you take like the ibuprofen too many times, you're meant to only be taking it for about 48 hours at a time. What do you do in between? Swap to another drug or what? You know, and they all have the same sort of process or problem, side effect, and one of them is kidney damage and liver damage. And I mean, that's the area down there that's been causing strife at the moment, and you don't want to extend that. So one thing about medicinal cannabis, if it works, is that I guess you take it as you get pain, and that would control it, because it's about controlling the pain, so you can get some sleep, and so you can have energy, and so you can have an appetite, and you can eat and do some good stuff instead of lying there in pain. And the worst place you want to be when you're in pain is lying on your back in bed, because you can't get comfortable. So I find work quite therapeutic, and being a painter you can go at your own pace, as long as you take it easy. I don't do long hour days. I normally work 25, 30 hour weeks, and I put a lot of effort into it. Anyway, so as far as the cancer goes, the doctors don't want us, the surgeons don't want to see me for another couple of weeks, no, a couple of months. It's every 3 months. And that's interesting, because most of the cancer cases that go through and they've got advanced pancreatic cancer, they don't get through 3 to 6 months. So according to that, I'm doing quite well, except that with the pain that I'm getting, and if I don't get a control over it, once you've got control over it, then you know, you can get on and be active and do stuff that you want. And then the only thing that happens is you go up levels probably in the grams of the painkiller you're using. What else can I say? Yeah, getting your energy back is the main thing, so you can get a few things done around the place. That's what I'm looking forward to. Amen.